Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, I will try to explain a problem called generate binary strings without adjacent zeros. Here, as you see from the description, we're given a positive integer n, and we have to return all the strings with the length of n without having adjacent zeros, okay? The problem basically says that. And for example, let's say if my n equals to 3, I have to return all the strings with the length of n, all the binary strings with the length of n, but these strings shouldn't have adjacent zeros, okay? The problem basically says that. And let me explain it on some examples. If my n equals to 0, as you may know, I have to return an empty array. If my n equals to 1, I have to return just 0 and 1. And this example helped me a lot while solving the problem. And I will show how. And let's look at one more example. If my n equals to 3, I will have 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1. Here, as you may expect, we will have two types of strings. The first type is starting with 0, as you see. Let me write it in another color. The first one is starting with 0. The second type is starting with 1. Here, if you catch this point, the rest is going to be a piece of cake for you, okay? And firstly, let's here, I will have two arrays. Array 1 will be strings starting with 0. Array 2 will be strings starting with 1. And since I will solve it with using recursion, therefore I need to know my starting point. And let's define our base case. For example, if I start with 1, if I start with 0, can I add 1 here? Yes, 0, 1. Can I add 1 here? No, because actually, can I add 0 here? No, because if I add 0 here, I will get 0, 0, adjacent zeros, okay? Therefore, we are not allowed. Can I add 1 here? Yes, I can add 1, 0, 1, 1. Can I add 0 here? Yes. And then I will get 0, 1, 0. And as you see, since it's recursion, I have to define a base case, okay? For not getting an infinite loop, for not getting infinite loop, okay? And I will say if string dot length equals to n, just a second, I have to add it, array dot add string turn array. That's my base case actually. And firstly, my function is like that. And again, this is for the strings. Actually, this is for defining strings starting with 0, okay? And I will write this function 2 times because we have to find array 1 starting with 0 and also array 2 starting with 1. Therefore, I will call this function 2 times. My starting point will be 0, 1. Actually, 1. Can I add 1 here? Yes, I can add 1, 1. I will get 1, 1. Can I add 0 here? Yes, I can add. I will get. But recursion actually doesn't work like that. It usually like firstly left side, then right side, left side, right side. But for being clear, I will explain it like that. 1, 0. Can I add here 1? Yes, I can. I will get 1, 1, 1. And can I add 0 here? Yes, I will get 1, 0, 1. Can I add 0 here? No, if I add 0, I will get something like that. And as you see, we have two adjacent zeros. Can I add 1 here? Yes, I can add. I will have 1, 0, 1. And as you see, I stopped here. Why? Because my base case says that if string length equals to n, I have to add it to my string. I have to add it to my array and return it. Otherwise, I will add either 1 or 2, okay? Or maybe both. The problem is simple, I think, and the length of my string is 3, and therefore I have to stop here, okay? And as you see, I have all the strings starting with 1 with the length of n here, and here I will have again all the binary strings with the length of n starting with 0. And if I combine them, I will have all the strings starting with 0 plus 1 with the length of n. The problem is simple, and let's try to write it on the code. Firstly, what I will have list string result. Then I will firstly I will check if n equals to 0, turn new array list. The other cases will be simple. My result, I will have three lists here. This string array starting with 0, new array list string array starting with 1. As you see, firstly I'm actually initializing these arrays, okay? And what I will do, now I have to write my function, recursive function. It should be private, k and y. I have to return a list of string. I will say function. I will pass an array here, array, string, array, and starting, wait, starting should be string, start point, and int n. Basically, what I'm writing here is just that, as I said before, I have to call this function 2 times. Firstly, my starting point will be 0, and after finding all the strings starting with 0, without having, as I said, without having adjacent zeros, and I have to call this function for 1, for the strings starting with 1, okay? And I will write here, my base case is going to be if string.length equals to n, I have to add it to my array and return array. That's my base case. If start, right, that camel case. If start point dot length equals to n, array, and I have to add it to my array. If start point dot, and here, as you see, if the last element of my string equals to 1, I can add both 1 and 0. But if it's 0, I cannot add 0, because if the last element is 0, and if I add 0 here, I will get adjacent zeros, okay? And we are not allowed. So, what was the function? Char at start point dot length minus 1 equals to 0. And what I have to return? I have to return function array starting point n starting point. I will check it, for example. Let's say if it's 0, and the last character here is going to be 0, and I will add 1 here, okay? I can add just 1 here. Therefore, 1. If it's 0, I can add just 1. If equals to 1, what can I do? For example, if it's 1, I can add both 1 and 0. Therefore, I will call this function 2 times. Okay, then return array. It's very simple, actually. Here is my function, and I will call this function 2 times, okay? The first one for the strings that start with 0, and the second one or finding the string starting with 1. And what I will do, array start with 1 will be a function, array start with 1, array start with 0 will be, let's say 0, okay, 0, and array starting with 1, 1, 1, okay, and result, do we have result, okay, okay, I just concatenated the strings to my result, array string with 0, and I will concatenate the second array to my result array. Then I just need to basically return result. I think it should work. Actually, I've created an instance of solution here. If it's 0, okay. If it's 1, that's my wrong. Okay. Return array. As you see, it's correct. Let's say if it's 3. Let's say if it's 5. Here, the solution is just that. Hope you understood the problem. If you understood the problem, please don't forget to like the video and comment on the video, okay? Thanks for watching. Let me submit it. Thanks for watching, guys. As you see, I submitted and it worked. Thanks for watching.